August 15th, payday today. I'm getting paid for doing nothing, but they have to give us a base salary to fucking survive here. It's not much, but it's something. Today's reading's coming on your screen, but I'm going to warn you, it's a tough read because the implications are hard to swallow. So let's just put it on your screen and we'll talk about it in a moment. August 15th, Promise 8. We will choose to love people who can love and be responsible for themselves. Big Red Book, page 591. Prior to coming to ACA, we had been unconscious about a great many things. Perhaps the most painful was our unconscious choice of the people we thought we loved. As children, we wanted to love our parents, so we overlooked their dysfunction as a way to make them lovable. After all, the alternative was to see them as they really were and leave, a choice that is rarely possible for a child. As adults, we continued to make unconscious choices to love other dysfunctional people until one day we got it. Something was terribly familiar about the people we had chosen to love. It was deja vu all over again. As we come to consciousness about our childhood experiences and do the work in ACA, we begin to love and accept our true self. Only then are we capable of having healthy relationships with others. We begin to choose people who are capable of truly loving us and who take responsibility for themselves. We are now willing to share our true self, the person we were meant to be, the one who is able to love responsibly in return. Affirmation. On this day, I will examine my relationships, both past and present, to help me understand the choices I have made. I will begin to share my true self with others in my life so that I may find the love I deserve. Copyright 2013 by Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families World Service Organization. This is a hard read. Why? Because the implications are possibly indigestible. What are the implications? Well, if you actually examine the relationships you've been in or you are currently in, you may find they are unhealthy, toxic, sick, and disturbing. And therefore, like your parents you couldn't leave, you may decide, oh, I either can't leave this situation because I'm still too sick or I don't want to. And why wouldn't you want to? Why wouldn't you want to leave a dysfunctional, toxic situation? Well, because it's familiar. And we have the possibility of fixing things, and hopefully people will work on themselves, get healthier, and we can stick out the relationship, right? Stick it out in the current situation. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes like, no, that's never going to work. Some of us have been down this road before. Some of us are currently in this situation. If you are completely normal, okay? This is something that it's familiar. And you look at the people you're with, you're like, wow, I'm dating my mom, or wow, I'm fucking married to my dad, okay? So this kind of stuff happens, and it's just a pattern we're going to repeat. It's like we're recreating our childhood abandonment. Look at the survival traits, our sick abandonment needs are being met. The sick needs are being met. But as we try to grow and get healthier, we try to put boundaries up and establish our real needs. And people rebel at that because they're not used to the new person that's come into their lives and this trying to be a healthy person and heal and be convalescent, recovering. So this is really a tricky situation. You're going to have to look at the relationships you're in, and you're going to have to make a decision. And it doesn't have to be today. I know some friends in the program. I do outreach calls with others, and they say, "I know this relationship's over, but I'm not sure how to leave yet." I have a friend in Germany who's like that, and she knows she's going to leave her husband, but it just hasn't kind of transpired yet, but she knows it's over. And some of us may know that. Some of us may know a situation is over, but we're not sure when or how or where it's going to end. But we know it's unhealthy, we know it's toxic, and we know it can't continue. Some of us know it's toxic, know it's unhealthy, but we will get help together. We will watch videos, we will read books, we will get therapy, go to couples counseling, and we'll make it work. You're just going to have to judge the situation for yourself. Nobody can tell you what to do. guidance is important. Seeking counsel is great, but you're going to have to just do your own soul searching and talk to your HP and decide, is this something that I can stick out? Is it possible for change? Is the change worth it, worth sticking in it or not? There's a lot of factors, things to factor in, and considerations to undergo and to kick around. So I wish you the best of luck in this. It is a challenging situation, but we all have to do it. Whoever's in a relationship, or if you're not, maybe you're anorectic. Maybe you're an anorectic, like the people in SLAW, right? I'm an adult child. I qualify for SLAW too, I'm sure. I'm a fellow traveler, a caffeine addict, alcoholic, whatever you want to call it, rageaholic, all kinds of different things. But people in SLAW, they call them social anorectics, and can't even go around one. There's a guy I know in South Korea, an American working there, has been running all of his life, been running from people because he's an anorectic. And so he goes to Korea because he's a social outcast and he doesn't have to deal with anybody. And I'm probably border on that same personality trait. It's one of the reasons I'm in China. I don't have to deal with a bunch of people from my own country because I'm uncomfortable being around them. And probably has a lot to do with my childhood trauma. Anyway, there's a lot here, but the biggest thing to look at is look at your relationships and decide, hey, and let's look at the affirmation again. What does it say? It says, I will examine my relationships to help me understand what's been going on, the choices I've been making. And this comes back to the true self, doesn't it? What about the true self? That's the inner child. That's the self we're meant to be, the one that had original trust, original love, exploration, creativity, imagination, dreams and hopes, is not afraid of the world and everybody in it. That's the true self, the inner child. That's the one we want people to see. That's the person, the real self within that we want to project out to the world, that we want to be the world to experience, and we want to experience with this inside us, okay, coming out and being an experience in the world together with that inner true loving child, that inner child, that true self, that authentic self. Remember, that's what's going to let us be done with this self-love deficit, because we have that self-love deficit. We've got that core of it, toxic shame, okay? So that true self is the one that can really love others, that can really connect to people, that can connect with the higher power, as opposed to the false self and all the survival traits in place, this facade we've got up. So let's work on getting that true self out so that we can connect that with our relationships, and we'll start attracting healthier people. We'll have to get rid of those, if we choose, who are unhealthy in our lives, and start examining things and really taking some real long, hard looks at our life, soul searching, talking to HP, and making some hard choices sometimes. And that's part of recovery. So I wish you all the best and good luck in your journey. Until next time, see you later. I wanted to mention one last bit. We all know nobody wants to let go of those we love, or people we think we love, including family or current relationships, romantic partners, wives, husbands, whatever it might be. That's misery. That's hell. Okay, but that's what this is about. We may have to let go of family. I didn't mention family earlier, but we may have to let go of family, certain family members. My older brother has let go of me and maybe other members of the family. I know at least me. He perceives me as a threat, as toxic, and whatever. So he's working on himself. I've tried to message him many times, can't get anywhere. So that's one thing. And I guess I'm going to have to let go of him in return. That's hell. That's hard, man. It makes my fucking heart break. So we may have to let go of family members, and we may have to let go of romantic partners, husbands, wives, whatever. Okay. Friends, whatever. That's hard. It's hard, guys. There's no easy way around this. But it takes courage to examine these things and then make the choices. But I wanted to mention that. We know that to let go of people we think we love, or that we truly do love, who's to say we don't, love them? But it might be unhealthy love too. We have to look at these things. Tough to do, but I wish you good luck. Until next time, all the best.